You know how it's hard for the military to recruit? You know what they're doing now? This is Representative Don Bacon. He's got his flag in his profile and a flag in his profile pic. He's double flagged. He says, my House colleagues and I are which house is that? My House colleagues and I are spanking each other and sticking eggs up our asses. Oh, I'm sorry. My House colleagues and I are doing the elephant walk, where we stick a thumb in our mouth and a thumb up the buddy's ass in front of us in a circle. Anyway, my House colleagues and I are very concerned that the deeply flawed and unfair policy of blanket student loan forgiveness will also weaken our most powerful recruiting tool at the precise moment we are experiencing a crisis in the military recruiting. Hey, you know that piddly nothing amount of student debt loan forgiveness that will only marginally help a small amount of people and also will probably be killed before it even goes through? Well, that could have a harmful effect on our military recruiting. What does that say about we're at the end of an empire? We can't help we have to keep our citizens so poor that they volunteer themselves as cannon fodder. Does that sound like a strong, rising empire, or does that sound like the end of an empire? That's literally what this guy's saying. Will it hurt military recruiting more than, like, say, talking to a loved one who got his legs blown off guarding a poppy field for a pedophile warlord in a 20-year disaster of a war? Is it going to hurt military recruiting more than that? Because that's what really hurts military recruiting. GOP rep fears loan forgiveness plan will... A group of 19 Republican lawmakers is demanding that President Joe Biden respond to concerns that his recent student loan forgiveness decision will hurt military recruiting by devaluing GI Bill benefits. Is it going to hurt recruiting more than watching Rand Paul argue that the military vets should pay for their own asthma treatment? Because how do we know you didn't already have asthma before you joined? Is it going to hurt more than that? By forgiving such a wide swath of loans for borrowers, you are removing any leverage the Department of Defense maintained as one of the fastest and easiest ways to pay for higher education. The Congressman wrote in a letter. It's just amazing. This is truly amazing. We are through the looking glass here, people. like they don't see this as like an embarrassment for their country. They see this like the government is supposed to, twist arms and use financial leverage, keeping their people poor to make them go be cannon fodder in their imperialistic wars for natural resources against poorer countries. This is really something. As the services try to adopt unique approaches to tackle their recruiting challenges, including historic bonuses, it feels like their legs are being cut out from underneath them. What a poor choice of words. So people aren't joining the military out of patriotism or wanting to serve their country. It's just the massive leverage that you have because they're so indebted. Wow. That's what brings the signups, Jackson. That's how bad the military really is. Don't you think that might be the thing that's harming recruiting efforts, the shitty military thing? Outright stating that the military service is offsetting your school loan debt. You got nothing else to offer them. No, the military has nothing to offer. Go ahead, Jackson. Let me bring in Jackson.
I was just going to say, I've got a lot of family who's in the military right now and who served in the military, people who pass away in my family. And everyone who's in the military right now in my family is there because of, the need for like economic benefits, whether it's like education, getting help with your college being paid off. Previously, when my grandparents were in the military, and I think most Americans can probably relate to it, it was because they wanted to defeat Nazism and they felt like they had a patriotic duty to serve their country. Now it's the complete opposite.
Boy, the military must really be losing their cream of the crop people. The ones that just didn't want to brave student loan debt. God, what if we lose those people? How will we fight the imperialist wars of choice tomorrow? Last month, Biden announced plans to forgive up to $20,000 in federal student loan debt for millions of borrowers to provide more breathing room for Americans' working families. The loan forgiveness plan applies to individuals earning less than $125,000 a year or families earning less than $250,000. The move was generally hailed by Democratic leaders and panned by Republicans who labeled the decision an unfair handout of taxpayer money. The latest complaint focuses on the military, which has faced significant recruiting challenges this year amid a wealth of private sector job openings. Representative Pat Fallon, a Republican from Texas, in a statement connected to the letter released, said that the loan forgiveness decision represents a significant challenge for Defense Department leaders. Quote, military recruitment is hard enough. I fear what may come next, said Fallon, an Air Force veteran. The armed services have often used educational benefits as a top incentive in the recruitment process, and now that is gone. Wow.
I'm surprised people don't want to go fight with the Nazis in Ukraine or Al-Qaeda in Syria. It's really surprising.
Can I just go back? They've labeled this decision to relieve some of the student loan debt as an unfair handout of taxpayer money. If I could get diabetes from irony exposure, I would be in a coma right now. An unfair handout of taxpayer money? Like, say, I don't know, like what was that $60 billion you just sent to fucking Ukraine? How about the entire Pentagon black budget? Is that an unfair handout of taxpayer money? It's like, you know, no matter how bad the Democrats get, you can always count on Republicans to reliably suck. In a changing, uncertain world, it's nice to know Republicans will always old-fashioned suck the same way. And so, you know what this is? I guess Top Gun 2 really didn't work as a recruiting tool the way they thought it was. So they got to hammer you and make you poor so you sign up for their imperialist wars of aggression. How ironic. They have to make you poor enough so you'll sign up so they can send you to another country to steal their natural resources to make the oligarchs rich. The same oligarchs who are keeping you poor, so they'll have to send you... It's just... Jackson, are you a selective service? Did you have to sign up?
I think so, yeah. Where you have to, when you turn 18 or whatever.
Yeah, you have to sign. I had to sign up or I couldn't get a student loan, I think.
I think I just had to sign up regardless.
You have to sign up. You have to sign up.
Has to do it now.
I signed up. I wouldn't go. I'm like, give me a draft card so I can burn it. That's why I signed up.
Yeah.
That's not why. I signed up because I couldn't get my student loan, I think. I think that's why. It was a long time ago. I went to college it was about 73 years ago. So that was a much different landscape. Virginia Beach, Richmond, Arlington, San Jose, Miami, West Palm Beach. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all the tickets and become a premium member while you're there.